Hello everybody, my name is CrazyTechGaming and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about two different games. One of them is Pixel Gun 3D. You probably all know about this game. It's the game we all know about, but is it really better than Pixel Strike 3D? Pixel Strike 3D is a game that has been out for actually quite some time now, but it hasn't really been getting the recognition, but just it's been picking up. The last couple of months, the game has really been picking up. Like, every YouTuber is playing it, everybody's saying that it's better than Pixel Gun 3D, but is that really true? I'm gonna try to figure it out by testing it by these points right here. First one here is daters. And we also have maps, all the different maps that are, and how many maps, and how good the maps are. And then we also have weapons, that is how many weapons there are. And we also have balance, which is how great the weapons are they overpowered, underpowered, spammers, the amount of spammers, like me in the video, just hammer spammer, and then hackers, at the amount of hackers in the game to kind of ruin the game, and then also the developers, how good they are at responding and basically just communicating with their players. So we're gonna be starting off with Pixel Gun 3D, and we're gonna start off with the daters. So in Pixel Gun 3D, there are, let me just say, a ton of daters in sandbox and all that stuff, and it's very inappropriate place to be. Actually, I know they banned some kind of words, but it's still very inappropriate, and overall just ruining the game kinda, because it's not a dating simulator, it's a shooting game. So that's a thing that I really don't like. So the daters, I'm gonna have to say there's too many. There's too many daters. Then we move on to the maps, all the different maps that there are in Pixel Gun 3D. I would say that there's actually a good variety of maps in this game. There are a lot of different maps, and they are super fun. There's the White House, and there's all these. There are also different maps in all the different game modes. We now move on to all of the different weapons in this game. And I would actually give this one to Pixel Gun 3D. There are a lot of weapons, and there's both snipers, there's all of these different categories just in weapons, and in each of them there's like 15 or so, if not even, there's probably even much more, which I really do like. There's, not just one weapon, which you can see, just one weapon. That's the thing in Pixel Strike. There's not as many weapons, but I don't know. I think that's okay. But I really do like it that there are so many different weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. I would say that some of them needs to be removed. Some of the more overpowered weapons, and some of the more, I just think personally that there need to be some removed, because there's some weapons that everybody uses. I think that it should be more like Pixel Strike, there's weapons that there's not just one weapon that everybody uses. There's different weapons that has their personality. That kind of if you don't want to play with that weapon, you can play with whatever weapon you want to play with, and then actually get decent kills. Here in Pixel Gun 3D, it's just you have this one weapon. If you don't play with that one weapon, you're not gonna get many kills, and sad for you. Now we move on to the balance of the game, which I did just kind of talk about, but I'm gonna state this, that there are some weapons that are too overpowered. Like, in this gameplay, I'm using the Storm Hammer, whatever it's called, and if you're playing this knife mode, it's basically the only gun, or I shouldn't say guns, it's a knife kinda, it's a hammer, but in this knife mode, it's the only one you can actually use. If you use any other weapon, like a katana, like this guy in the match is doing, it's not gonna end up good for you. So, as you can see, also my pet is just wrecking everybody, which brings me on to my next point. Pets. They are not balanced at all. If you upgrade them like I have this one here, my pet is upgraded to level 6. It damages insanely much and can kill basically anyone, and it's just unfair kills. It's not your kill, and if it's a shooting game, you just have a bot do all the work for you, which is really not. It really doesn't make any sense. Like, I get it, it's cool to have a pet, but if it was up to me, I would have it so the pet doesn't kill the players. Maybe there has to be a pet, that maybe can heal you, just a little bit, or just some pets that just look cool, you can run around with, and just do cool things. Maybe some can make you. I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I'm just saying that these are not balanced at all. We now move on to the spammers section. And oh dear, this is not a good one for Pixel Gun 3D, because there are so many spammers in Pixel Gun 3D. It is absolutely unbelievable. And this is really, really hypocritical, because as you can see in this gameplay, I'm just spamming the Stormhammer or whatever it's called. But it's the only way to ever get kills in this mode. Like, you can't, as I said before, you can't just run around with the lightsaber or the katana and get kills, especially not when it's so long ago when I've played Pixel Gun 3D. So, it's really the only way to get kills. We also have hackers, which, oh god, there's a lot, or let me say there were a lot. Actually, there's not that many now. There are some, obviously, but there actually isn't a lot because Pixel Gun 3D banned most of them. But now we move on to the developers of this game. The developers suck, in my opinion. They never ever respond back to their players. They never communicate with anyone other than the bigger YouTubers. So I cannot give Pixel Gun credit for that. We now move on to Pixel Strike 3D, which I'm gonna put through the exact same test as I did with Pixel Gun 3D, starting with, of course, daters. And I think there are absolutely no daters at all. I've never ever met a dater. I probably will never meet a dater, and I'm so happy for it, because now I can play all I want without having to meet up with a dater which keeps chatting and just kind of ruins the game, because there's gonna be one person that always finds that dater, which you might just say, yeah, but there's only one dater, But listen, if there's one dater and he's always inactive and always chatting, there's gonna be one new player that's just always gonna be able to kill that dater, which means that he'll get unfair kills and then get plenty of coins, which that kind of ruins the system for everybody, which absolutely sucks. So we have maps here, and I personally think that there are actually a good amount of maps in Pixel Strike 3D. It's not overwhelming, and it's not like Pixel Gun 3D where some maps are just completely dead. I think it's great that, they're kind of rough, shuffling it a bit, so it's random which map you kind of play on, unless you, of course, wrote on a map and want to have that map, but still, I really do think that it's great with the amount of maps that they have. I know they just released 3 new maps, or they only released 2, but they put one old one into the game again that they removed. So, great amount of maps. I really do like that. Let's now move on to the weapon. We now have weapons, as I said, and I also think that there are a good amount of weapons. There could be more, but I think it's great. It's not like there's 3 weapons. There are a good amount of weapons, and you can use every weapon, which I really wanted to, as I mentioned in the start or at the beginning, I really wanted to have that with Pixel Gun, but Pixel Strike has that. You can use the literal starter weapon and you'll still be able to get plenty of kills. And I know this for a fact because I used it just yesterday. I actually used it and I really did like it. It was the starter weapon, but I used it up until level 20. No, not level 20, like level 10 or something. Which I have better weapons, or I had unlocked plenty of weapons, but I still just thought that was a good weapon, so I really do like it. So there's nothing wrong with that system, nothing wrong with the weapon system. I really do like it. They could add more weapons, but they just did, and that is absolutely amazing. Now let's move on to the balance of the game. I personally think that this game is perfectly balanced. There are not too OP weapons, there are not any terrible weapons, there are only good weapons. As I kind of just, mentioned this, but I really do like the balance. There are no OP pets which do the work for you. It is do it yourself, and I really do like that. The knives even. I went all cutlass mode later, but I did it just a few hours ago, and I was absolutely insane. I got like 20 kills and 5 deaths, and only with a knife, which just proves that even when you're out of ammo and only have the knife left, you'll still actually be able to get some kills, which I really do like. So that's also a big plus to you, Volcron. Let us move on to the spammers. I think that there are almost no spammers in this game, and spammer weapons, there are almost none. There is the elite rifle, which some may say, yeah, that's a spamming weapon, but hey, who actually used the elite rifle? I mean, I did actually, but listen, it's actually pretty hard to control, so it's not like an OP weapon, and you can spam the shoot button, but often that won't even get you good. So it's really not a spamming weapon at all. That's what I'm trying to say. So that is also good. There's no spamming, like almost none. I would say I've never actually encountered a spammer, but let me know down in the comments. Do you think there's spammers in this game? I don't think so, but there might be. Now we move on to the hackers. There's a few, but here's the great thing. They actually listen to the players, and their players, including me. I've once found a speed hacker, and but you can report them to Volcron, which is the creators of the game, the developers, and they will ban them, which is awesome. So find one, just add them as a friend, tweet it at Volcron on Twitter or Reddit, whatever, and they will ban the players. So there are almost no hackers. Which why do they need to have hackers? Why do you need to hack? Because the game is perfectly balanced, so you don't even need to hack. Let's move on to the last point, which is the developers. I think that the developers are absolutely amazing, way better than Pixelgun 3Ds. They respond back to their players really fast. I absolutely do love them. So guys, this brings an end to the video. Which game do you think is better? Comment down below, and then I'll be more than happy to respond back to your comment. I'm not throwing any shade towards any of these games. There are a reason they both are so popular. I just think that, personally, in my opinion, Pixel Strike 3D is better. Just because it has the balance, it has no daters, it has the weapons, it has no spammers, it has no hackers, it's just amazing. I really just do love the game. I'm so in love with the game, and Volcron, if you're watching this, I really love your game.